Hello, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of March 23rd, 2025. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And welcome to the last week of March. This has been a month. It's totally kicked my ass and zapped my energy. So if you felt tired or you haven't had much energy, you're not alone. We have been going through a lot of transformation. And it continues this week with another eclipse. This time it's a solar eclipse on Saturday the 29th. And this is the grand finale of the 6 eclipses on the Aries-Libra axis. It's a graduation point in the completion of a cycle that we've been in for the past 2 years. And it's the final Aries eclipse near the North Node for the next 2 decades. So let's take a minute to think back 2 years to when this Aries-Libra eclipse cycle started. Think of how much you've evolved and grown since then. This cycle has been all about our relationships and our identity and living more authentic and confident lives. Solar eclipses are supercharged new moons and the start of a new lunar cycle, and in this case, a new eclipse cycle too. So there's a lot of fresh energy right now. Now, this eclipse chart looks pretty damn good, and it brings us some hope. And the fact that Neptune moves into Aries literally the next day after the eclipse gives us the reassurance that while things are changing rapidly, the change is ultimately for our greater good. The Blood Moon Eclipse earlier this month shook things up, bringing change and transformation. Now, this solar eclipse brings a burst of energy, helping us move forward and feel more hopeful and optimistic. And don't forget, eclipses bring fated events, so whatever happens around this time is all part of the divine plan. And while there's a lot of positive energy with this eclipse, it is in Aries, which is a fire sign, and it can be intense. And we might feel irritable or frustrated or even sad. And at the time of the eclipse, both Mercury and Venus are still retrograde. And this could cause some miscommunications, or you might feel a little foggy or not clear about things, but it doesn't last. Just be patient and don't be in a rush to make any big decisions or major launches until after this eclipse season. Aries new moons are great for taking action and trying new things. So try some new things, a new way to work, new foods, rearrange your home, maybe get a different haircut. It's also time to be assertive and take charge of our lives and stand up for ourselves and what we believe in. We will see the protests really start to amp up now with all this Aries energy. We also have the chance to make some big, important changes to our lives right now. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and a new moon eclipse in Aries is the time for new beginnings. Over the next few months, things will be shifting at lightning speed. Aries energy speeds things up. Eclipses speed things up. All the planets changing signs in the next 3 months will speed things up. Change is in the air. Everything is changing. And we'll want to be intentional about how we're changing. This is not go with the flow energy. This is take life by the horns and ride that bitch energy. So change is happening, and it's important to choose how you want to evolve, how you want to feel and be as we move forward. So I'm bringing back the Astrology Academy in April to take advantage of these energies. I'm holding a 3-class course to help us use this energy to take a quantum leap forward. The numerology and the astrology of 2025 are accelerating change, making this the perfect time to intentionally shape our future. So the classes blend teachings from Abraham Hicks and Michael Beckwith with guided meditations and practical strategies to help you activate your future. We'll also work with collapsing timelines, which is cool and fun. It's only $99 for all 3 classes, or if you're only interested in one of the classes, you can take it individually for $40. I think of this as a little mini wisdom circle. So there is a link in the show notes to learn more and register, or go to my website, abundology.com. Also happening this week, the day after the solar eclipse on March 30th, Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality, moves into Aries for the first time in 165 years. As one of the slow-moving outer planets, Neptune cycles shape generations. We're just not the same once each transit ends. So since 2011, it's been in Pisces. And during this time, we've seen a growth in spirituality and everything woo. We're talking spiritual and yoga retreats, full moon rituals, plant medicine, and even astrology have become more common. And I just love how everything that happens is so divinely orchestrated. We had 14 years to develop our spiritual side, and now leaning into our spirituality is how we survive and thrive during this next cycle of Neptune and Aries. So as Neptune moves into Aries, we start to focus on our personal identity and who we are away from the collective. We feel more confident and we're ready to live the life we want. We won't be keeping up with the Joneses anymore. So this could look like buying a van and living down by the river, or living off-grid, or moving to a different country, or starting your own business. You just do you. We'll also see changes in the world around us. One of the most notable events that happened the last time Neptune was in Aries was the Civil War. At that time, ideologies were changing and people were willing to stand up for what they believed was right, even if it meant going against their country, their family, their neighbors. This is not to say the same thing is going to happen again, but we can feel that type of energy in the air. And we will definitely see people standing up and defending what they feel is right. Aries is not afraid. Aries has grit. Aries has backbone. Now, this is a big shift, and it may feel a little jarring. And leading up to the eclipse and Neptune's shift later this week, there's a lot of swirling energy. So give yourself permission to unplug, to lay low and rest. Set yourself up for lots of rest. Put some naps in your schedule. Take sleep seriously. Maybe do some yoga before bed, drink some sleepy time tea, or use essential oils like lavender and chamomile are really great for sleep. Maybe you meditate before bed or get some new sheets or pajamas. Take resting and sleep seriously this week. So to recap, make some decisions about how you want to be and live moving forward. We want to be intentional about this. Try some new things. This week is all about the new. New foods, new ways of doing things, new routines, and maybe new sheets or pajamas to really focus on rest and sleep. And that's what I'll be doing today. Today is a stay in my pajamas all day day. I'll be washing my bedding and getting organized for the week ahead. Now, I would love you to join me for the Quantum Leap Forward classes. Everything I've been studying and reading over the past 6 months has prepared me for this leap forward. Like, I'm fucking leaping, and I hope you'll do it too. So once again, there's a link in the show notes to sign up and learn more. And as always, thank you for listening and sharing the podcast with a friend. Have a great week, and I will talk to you next week about the numerology for April.